Hey everybody, my name is Caroline Lee. I am a Diamond Wellness Advocate with doTERRA, and I am so excited for you to join me today to learn about the basics of essential oils. So before we get started, I just want to tell a little bit about me and how I got started. So I am a mom of 4 kids, and I used to always say, oh, beautiful kids, but everybody's kids are beautiful, right? But I do have beautiful kids. I'm very grateful to be a mother and to be able to be here and work from my house and from my home and be with my kids. My very first oil experience that I had, I did not come from a holistic background. I was introduced to the oils about 7 years ago by my sister-in-law, and I don't know, maybe you could relate. I had a child who didn't like to take medications, and so things like ear infections were always really difficult for us to deal with because she was so defiant. So my sister-in-law had given me an oil blend, and I had just thrown it in my purse, and my daughter was complaining about her head hurting. And we were at church, and I just kind of said, well, suck it up. If you're not going to take any medicine, there's nothing I could do. And then I remembered that my sister-in-law had given me that essential oil blend. It was a tension blend. So we went to the bathroom, and we rolled it across her forehead. And within a few minutes, her headache went away. And that's what really surprised me, was how quick it was. And I didn't have to force it down her throat. And it just really amazed me, and I began my journey on learning how to use essential oils for my family. And I have found that they're safe, effective, and they work extremely fast. So today's class is going to be just about the basics of essential oils. So if you've never used an essential oil, or maybe you're new to doTERRA and want to learn about the basic essential oils, that's what we're going to talk about in this class. So I'm really excited. I'm going to have this recorded for you so then you can look back on it and refer to it quite often. So I'm going to open up my screen so you can see what we're going to talk about. So let me get this all ready here for you. Just take a second here. So I'm just really excited to teach a little bit more about essential oils and about being a beginner of essential oils. So let me go back one slide here. So this class is going to be a little bit about the beginners of essential oils, and let me just put that back down here so I don't have to look at myself. And so let's start with the beginning. So what are essential oils? So let me talk a little bit about that. So whether you have had a little experience with essential oils already, or you're just getting started, you might be wondering what exactly are essential oils. And in understanding what essential oils are and where they come from and how they are made will help you see why they are useful and why they have been popular for centuries. While there's a lot of science involved in essential oils, you don't have to be a chemist. And I think that was one thing that I had to learn at the very beginning. It seems like a lot of information at first, but I had to remember to keep it simple and to use my resource of a wellness advocate and my resource books and watch videos as I was learning to understand what they were and how they worked. After all, essential oils are just basic compounds found in nature, and we get to utilize that. So let's start at the beginning on exactly what essential oils are. So let me see if I can get my video to work this time.
There are no wasted efforts in nature. The fragrance of a flower, the smell of an orange, or the scent of a pine tree all serve specific purposes vital to a plant's survival. What our senses perceive as fragrances or scents are actually volatile aromatic compounds, tiny organic molecules that serve a variety of protective, reproductive, and regenerative purposes. These compounds help ward off unfriendly pests, attract friendly herbivores and insects, and even help the plant heal from infection and physical injury. There are over 3,000 identified varieties of aromatic compounds, each with its own unique and functional chemical constituents that provide different aromas and benefits to the plants. From the petals of a flower, to the leaves of a plant, the rind of a fruit, or the resin of a tree, these volatile aromatic compounds are all around us. Distilled directly from their plant sources, essential oils are multifaceted agents that have seemingly endless applications to our health and can be used aromatically, topically, or internally. Ensuring the maximum potency and beneficial properties of essential oil are the result of maintaining the delicate ratio of aromatic constituents found in that essential oil, all of which can vary depending on the time of day or part of the plant which is harvested, time of year or life cycle when harvesting, the geographic location and weather where the plant was grown, or the method and even the duration of distillation. For that reason, it is vital that essential oils come from a trusted source committed to not only producing unadulterated essential oils, but to adhering to the strictest production protocols. There are no wasted efforts in nature. Neither should there be in the health care you provide for yourself and those you love.
Now, I love that video that doTERRA did. Let's see if I can get to the next slide here about what essential oils are. So let's review a little bit about what the video said. So essential oils are hidden in the root, the bark, the stem, the flower of a plant. And essential oils can't be seen with the naked eye, but they are natural aromatic compounds found within plants and are highly concentrated, which makes them very potent. Now, essential oils give the plant its aroma, and they also protect the plant from the elements, including predators like insects, and even play a part in the pollination process. So now that you have a better idea of what an essential oil is and where it's found, let's go over the scientific background of essential oils and see how they work. So we're going to talk real quick before we go to that. I'm sorry, I have the slide in the wrong place. We're going to talk about the historical uses of essential oils. So in natural compounds found in the earth, essential oils have been used for centuries for things like food preparation, aromatherapy, religious ceremonies, beauty treatments, healthcare practices, and much more. Essential oils are not a modern day fad, but they have been used since ancient times in various ways. I just did a Oil the Bible class, and we talked about a lot of the oils that are mentioned in the Bible in the Old Testament. So it goes back quite a little bit a ways. So this slide shows you just a few ways that essential oils were used all over the world in ancient civilizations. So in Greece, Rome, India, France, China, lots of different places. All right, so here is the science that I was talking to you about of essential oils. So this is called the oils property wheel, and hopefully you can see this. You can actually Google this and find this, and it will bring it back up. But we know that monoterpenes, acetoterpenes actually have a certain chemical reaction in the body. We know those chemicals like alcohols, esters, phenols. We know how they work in the body. And so this chart demonstrates a little bit about how the oils would work. And so this chart, it makes it super easy. You would just find your essential oil that you're looking at, and then it will give you an idea of what chemical constituent is in there. And then we know by the definition of how that chemical constituent works in the body is what you're going to have. So for instance, let's see, this is kind of blurry on my side here. So we know that cinnamon has some, let's see, where's cinnamon right here? Let's just go through thyme. So thyme is found in the warming section. So that's the property it has, but it has phenols in it, and it's got a monoterpene backbone. So we know, because it has the phenols in there, that it's going to have a warming sensation to the body and really be beneficial for that. So this one just tells you a little bit more about the science on about how to use the essential oils. And so we'll learn a little bit more about how to use the oil property wheel throughout all of the classes and instructions on individual essential oils. But I wanted to give you an introduction to it so you can start learning about the science part of why the essential oils work the way that they do. All right, so this next little bit is I want to share this video about the doTERRA difference. And it's particularly talking about the harvesting of frankincense oil, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But I found it very powerful that if I bought one essential oil, how it has a rippled effect throughout the world.
What's in this bottle? I say love. You see, in Somaliland, living is hard and opportunities are scarce, especially for our daughters. But doTERRA saw our devotion to frankincense trees that we harvested for generations. We formed a partnership, and since then, everything has changed. My husband no longer fears corrupt middlemen or poor harvests because doTERRA guarantees a fair market price as well as prepayments. I no longer dread being harassed while sorting the frankincense resin because doTERRA ensures a safe working environment. But most beautiful of all, my little girl is no longer forced to work next to me because doTERRA has built schoolhouses to empower all of our children. This journey of love doesn't end here. Once I've sorted the purest resin, it shipped to doTERRA's distillery in Bulgaria, which responsibly employs dozens of local artisans. Unlike other companies, doTERRA uses organic methods of harvesting and distillation to gently preserve the frankincense therapeutic properties. Then the oil makes its way to doTERRA's state-of-the-art lab, where scientists apply the most advanced tests to ensure the oil's purity and potency. doTERRA has even partnered with over 100 research, university, and medical facilities to find the best applications of essential oils. Ultimately, doTERRA does all this because it cares about your family as much as it cares about mine. What's in this bottle? I say love.
Don't you just love that? What a beautiful video that doTERRA has made. That one talks a little bit about the growers and what you can do. You can go to a website called Source to You, and you can learn a little bit more about the growers that doTERRA is helping. So when you buy that essential oil, how are you affecting the communities around the world and giving back? And it's just an amazing thing that doTERRA has, one of the missions that they have to affect. So you can go to sourcetoyou.com and you can learn more there as well. So we're going to talk now about the everyday uses of essential oils. So while essential oils are often used for religious ceremonies, cultural traditions in the past, can also be used, or they've also been used for hundreds of thousands of years as beauty treatments, cleansing agents, in healthcare practices, and much more. These kinds of applications are still valid today, and we can still use them in that way. We're going to see how essential oils might be useful in our day-to-day life by answering just a few questions. So see if any of these questions apply to you. Do you worry about using household cleaners that may expose your children to harsh chemicals or toxins? Do you ever look for ways to strengthen damaged hair or distressed scalp? Are you ever in need of products to keep your skin feeling and looking healthy and young? Do you ever experience occasional digestive discomfort? Do you ever experience discomfort associated with occasional tension in the neck or the head? Do you ever suffer from discomfort associated with seasonal and environmental threats? I'm doing the recording in the wintertime, and that's really common. Are you ever in need of products to help support a healthy immune system? Do you enjoy adding powerful natural flavors to your entrees, beverages, or desserts? Now, if you answered yes to any of these questions, you might have more use for essential oils in your daily life than you thought before. Now, essential oils can be used in all of these scenarios we discuss and more. Once you learn a little bit more about each individual oil and its benefits, you will see how the use of essential oils can truly transform your life and really help your family out. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the health benefits of essential oils. So, as mentioned, there are many benefits to use essential oils, but I would like to talk about the health benefits and the emotional benefits of essential oils more specifically. Now, remember, when we talked about the chemical structure of an essential oil, the chemical makeup of each oil allows it to provide specific benefits to the body. And because essential oils are so diverse, they can easily be used to maintain health, even for people with specific health concerns, and those who are seeking specific health benefits, or even people who experience sensitivity. Now, this is why essential oils have become so popular for maintaining good health. It is really easy to tailor your essential oil experience to your specific healthcare needs, instead of settling for a generic solution. Among many health benefits, essential oils can be used to soothe occasional skin irritations, promote healthy digestion, support good oral health, create feelings of clear airways, and many more. So why use essential oils? We're going to talk about mood management here. So why are we going to talk about health benefits and how we can affect the mood? Now, if you're new to essential oils, you might be thinking, do I really have use for essential oils in my normal everyday life? And many beginners think that they have to be an essential oil pro to know how to use the oils. But the truth is, essential oils are natural and safe, making them easy to use, even if you're just getting started. And I'm going to walk you through it. It's going to be simple. Everyone has a slight different lifestyle. They have different needs and preferences and different daily routines. But essential oils are so versatile that they're virtually limitless in their uses. So let's talk about how we can use them with our emotions. So this is called the Emotional Aromatherapy Wheel. And you'll actually find this if you purchase the Emotional Aromatherapy Kit. And it talks about the family of essential oils. Again, we go back to the chemistry wheel and the properties that they work with. If we think of where citrus oils are grown, they're usually in a hot, sunny, warm environment. They're up in high trees, right? So the property that a citrus oil is going to be uplifting. Whereas, let's see, the florals, oftentimes we're given flowers when we're grieving or when we're worried, like before you're having a performance, like a concert or something. People will often give flowers, or a death of a loved one, they'll give flowers. And we know that the scent of the florals will address certain things in the body. So this wheel makes it super easy. You just identify the emotion that you're feeling, and then you can find the type of family essential oil that you could use. And if you don't have, like for instance, a mint, a peppermint, or a spearmint on your shelf, you can actually go to pre-made blends that they have from the Emotional Aromatherapy Kit. But this makes it super easy where you can start addressing some of these things. So sometimes we feel sad, sometimes we feel angry, sometimes we feel bored or disinterested. Sometimes we're just gloomy, or maybe we have some anxiousness that we are dealing with. So we can use essential oils for emotions pretty easily in our everyday life. So once again, the chemical makeup of an essential oil is what gives it specific benefits for the user. And some essential oils, like I mentioned, have uplifting, invigorating, and energizing properties, while others are soothing, warming, and calming. And as we go through a wide variety of emotions throughout the single day, essential oils can help us manage our mood. So we're not left to just deal with it on our own. One of my favorite ways to do is when my kids are arguing in the back room, I can go and get one of those uplifting oils and stick it in the diffuser and have an influence on the atmosphere and change emotions rather quickly without them even knowing they're getting secretly oiled up, right? So with a unique chemical structure and aroma, each essential oil creates a different chemical reaction in our brain, which causes different emotions and internal responses. Our sense of smell can produce powerful mental, psychological, and emotional responses. And that's why it's so easy to use essential oils to influence our emotions and the emotions of people around us. So I think that as a mom, I think it's really important for us to control our atmosphere and our homes especially, where it's safe, that it's inviting, everybody feels accepted. And so diffusing the essential oil and using it for emotional needs, for me, is really important to be able to provide that as a mother. So we're gonna move on to how to use essential oils. Maybe. All right, here we go. So now that we've discussed what essential oils are and why we'd want to use them, you might be still wondering, how do I use essential oils? As I've mentioned before, you don't have to be a seasoned professional to reap the benefits of essential oils. They are safe and easy to use. So let's talk about the three main application methods. Aromatic, where you'll see the A, topical, where you see the T, and I for internal, which I would only suggest with doTERRA's. So aromatic uses. One of the safest ways to enjoy essential oils, and one of the fastest ways, is aromatically, or breathing them in. Aromatic use of essential oils allows you to enjoy the aroma of an oil while experiencing benefits like purified air, emotional balance, and feelings of clear breathing. One of the best ways to enjoy essential oils aromatically is by using an essential oil diffuser. Like I mentioned before, there are so many ways to use essential oils, and that is true for aromatic use too. So here on the slide, you'll see on your screen lots of different ways that you can use essential oils. I like to just smell it from the bottle, use the diffuser. I like to place a drop of oil in your hand and rub your palms together and then cup it over your nose and mouth and take a deep breath. Those are just some of my favorite ways. Some other ideas: you can spritz essential oils on your clothing for long-lasting, pleasant scents. You can also apply oils to a cotton ball and place it in your air vents in your vehicle. You can also add a drop of oil to a dryer sheet to give a batch of laundry a clean, fresh scent. Or you can drip 2 to 3 drops of oil on your floor during a hot shower and breathe it in, so you get that spa experience. Okay. Now we're going to move on to topical use. This is a great way to yield the benefits that the essential oil holds for the skin, as well as other areas of the body. Now, essential oils will easily absorb into the skin, sometimes as little as 30 seconds. But it's also a good idea to use a carrier oil like doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil to help prolong the benefits of the skin. Diluting essential oils with a carrier oil like doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil before applying will also help you to avoid skin sensitivities. Your level of sensitivity will depend on the nature of your skin and your personal health status, what oil you're using, and so on. And some essential oils need to be diluted with a carrier oil when applied topically. Now, when that is the case, oftentimes the bottle will say it, or you'll see initials like N, meaning directly on your skin, which means neat, S, meaning sensitivity, and so it might be wise to dilute, and D for heavily dilute. So most people have sensitivity to that. So typically some of those that need the heavily dilutions are the cassia, the cinnamon, clove, cumin, oregano, and thyme. Those are the more hotter oils. So when you're first starting out with topical use, you can always apply a small amount of oil and dilute it with the carrier oil, like the fractionated coconut oil, to see how your skin reacts. So let's talk about the best areas to apply the essential oils topically and which areas we want to avoid. So if you look on the slide, it shows you some of the benefits, right? The back of the neck, the forehead and temples, the chest and the abdomen, arms, legs, and bottoms of the feet. Some areas that are a little bit more sensitive, I always like to think that you know, sometimes it's areas that don't see a lot of action. So certain facial areas around the skin, particularly around the eyes, inside your ears and your eyeballs, you don't want to put oils in. The membranes are so thin. And anything that's broken or injured, you don't ever want to put essential oils directly into an open wound. You want to do it around it. So other effective places there to use them topically are listed on this slide here. So you can, one of my favorite things is putting them and adding a whole hot or cold compress on the area after I applied it. Really helps drive those oils in deeper. You can add a few drops to your lotion or a daily moisturizer as well. Or I add a few drops of oil with some Epsom salt and then I put it in a bath. Makes it a great topical use of it. All right, so now we're going to talk a little bit about internal use. When it comes to using essential oils internally, you want to consider application on an oil-to-oil basis. And you'll need to consider the specific chemistry and the science of an essential oil, if its possible effects are appropriate doses and application methods for each essential oil. It's important to note that some essential oils simply cannot be used internally in any amount. Each doTERRA product has recommendations for the uses, again using that symbol of the A, the T, and the I. Now, if you are using a product that has an A and a T but does not have an I on it, you'll know that the oil is safe for aromatic and topical use, but not for internally. As long as you follow the recommended doses and application guidelines that you'll get from your wellness advocate and what doTERRA has online, you'll be able to easily and safely use essential oils internally. And there are many internal uses for essential oils that will benefit the body and improve overall wellness. Using essential oils in your favorite recipes is a really easy way to reap the internal benefits while adding pure, potent flavors to your meals. So here's some uses of that are popular. You know, in your water is a great way to do it, or add it to a smoothie. You want to make sure that it's not a plastic cup because a lot of the oils actually can break down the plastic. So I use glass a lot. You can also add the oils into veggie caps. So some of the oils come from the roots in the ground and they don't taste very good, or the sap of a tree. So having that veggie capsule makes it so that you don't taste it. It just goes right down where it needs to go. So there's lots of amazing uses, and there's even classes on cooking with essential oils that you may be interested in trying at a later date. So what oil should you start with? So I'm going to start with some basic oils. Lemon is one of the first ones that I think about. They're one of the most popular ones, and with good reason. So it's very uplifting. It's a versatile oil that is in most every essential oil collection. Okay, so let me pull out my little notes here. You'll see that there's lots of uses on the screen when it comes to lemon oil. So it's definitely one that I like to use in my water. It's great to diffuse, to clean the air. And you can use it to clean your countertops and other surfaces. You can use it for a furniture polish. There's lots of recipes with that one. It's great for helping with a seasonal respiratory discomfort. And this one you can use it all three ways: aromatic, topical, and internal. And you could do it neat, although there is some photosensitivity. So I don't normally use it topically. Most of the time I'll use it internally. And it has chemical components like limonene, alpha-pinene or beta-pinene, and so those are really uplifting to the body. But lemon is great if you have kids and they get to permanent markers or crayons on the wall. Lemon's really good to remove that, as well as sticky residue, like from the stickers. If they put that, like my kids put it on the inside window of the car, all of a sudden we've got lots and lots of stickers everywhere. And so it's kind of nice to have lemon around to help out with that. All right. Now we're going to talk a little bit about lavender. I know most of you are probably familiar with lavender. On the screen, you'll find lots of different uses of lavender. I think of lavender as like all things calming. So whether it's for calming the emotions down, you know, when you're a little bit a little anxious or fearful, you know, you need some emotional calming, as well as maybe you're physically tense and you need some physical calming, or the skin is inflamed and you need some soothing benefits. So it's really good to do that. It's also excellent for sleep. There's lots of studies that you know, benefits of taking lavender internally to help with sleep, as well as putting it on a sprayer. You could put a drop of oil on your bedding or pillows or the bottoms of your feet before bedtime. So lots of definitely amazing uses for this. Lavender can use all three ways: aromatic, topical, and internal. And it's neat. So I always suggest diluting it, but you don't necessarily have to do that. It has chemical components of linalool and I'm going to say this wrong, linolenic acetate, I think is how you pronounce it. And those are very calming chemical constituents. So those are a few of ways to use lavender. Now, peppermint is the third, I think, most popular or most famous essential oil. It's actually my husband's all-time favorite oil. It's known as a digestive oil as well as a respiratory oil. You can use it all three ways: aromatic, topical, and internal. This one does have an S with it. So that means that some people are sensitive to it. Now, my daughter, the first time she had peppermint, she didn't like it. It had like a cooling, tingling sensation. And she'd never felt like that before. And so she didn't really like it. But my husband, he loves it. So just be mindful of that. And it is really, really strong. You know, we often give the ratio of 1 drop of peppermint oil is the equivalent of drinking 28 cups of peppermint tea. So again, you're going to be wanting to be very careful with this particular essential oil. But lots of fun things. I like to add it to my hot chocolate as we're going into the winter time. They also have it in a beadlet form. So if I need to wake up and be invigorated, peppermint's a really good option for that. Also, like I said, helps the respiratory and the digestive system. So we're going to move right along. All right, so Melaleuca is an amazing oil. I often think of this one as all things for the skin. So when you have skin issues, Melaleuca is probably a really good oil. It's most commonly known as tea tree oil, and our newer bottles actually will say underneath Melaleuca, it will also say tea tree, because that's what a lot of people know Melaleuca as. You can use it aromatic, topical, internally, as well as neat. The chemical components are terpene, phorol, and wide terpene and alpha type terpene. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But there's lots of uses for that. I'm going to have a little short video that we're going to do about Melaleuca so you can see some of the benefits.
More commonly known as tea tree, Melaleuca essential oil has over 92 different compounds, blending to limitless applications. Best known for its purifying properties, Melaleuca can be used to cleanse and purify the skin and nails and to promote a clear, healthy complexion. Taken internally, Melaleuca enhances immunity. Melaleuca can also be used on surfaces throughout the home to protect against environmental threats. Diffusing Melaleuca can help purify and freshen the air.
So I like showing that video because doTERRA has some amazing online education where they really do show a lot of uses for the essential oils in short little videos like that. And so we're going to talk about some resources at the very end, but I wanted to show one of those videos so you can see how easy it is to learn about an essential oil so you don't feel a little overwhelmed as you're getting started. So the next oil I want to talk about is oregano. And this one's really good for, it's an excellent source of antioxidants, supports healthy digestion, respiratory functions, and also supports the immune system. But this is one of those oils that I mentioned before. You can use it aromatic topically internally, but it has the D on it, which means it needs to be heavily diluted if you're going to use it topically. And internally, I like the best way to use oregano is in a veggie capsule because it is kind of still hot. But this is an amazing essential oil. It's got chemical components of carbonol and thymol, and it's a great one to support the immune system. So it's also a popular cooking spice, so you can use it to enhance flavor. Let's see, what else can we use it for? And support healthy immune system functions. So I think that's all I'm going to say about oregano. Breathe. So this is the respiratory blend. If you'll look right underneath there, it says respiratory blend. And so most of our book and resources that you'll be connected to will not say doTERRA Breathe on it. It will actually say the respiratory blend. And that is just so that we distinguish what it can do in the body and makes it easier, and it's kind of compliant for us to say. But you can see that it has laurel leaf, peppermint, eucalyptus, melaleuca, lemon, ravensara, and cardamom. And these are all known for opening up the airway. It's going to have like a minty and hot, fresh airy. And it's just, you can use it aromatically and topical. So notice that there's no internal use for breathe, although they do have breathe throat drops. So I think there's one oil that's not in there that is in the breathe drops, but you can still have that to help you. Notice it does have the S in there, so it is sensitive to some people, so you may want to dilute it with that for younger individuals as well as those with sensitive skin. But this is a great one to support the respiratory things. So think of all the issues that you would have with your respiratory system and when you might want to use it. My favorite way to use it is when there's loud noises in the bedroom. Get my drift? You can put this in the diffuser or put that on topically to help with that. But definitely is a great one to get deeper breaths. I know a lot of people like to use it for when they're training, like I'm training for a half marathon and I need to get deep breaths and have nice easy breathing. And so I'll put it on before I go running to kind of help with that. So, but this is a great oil to use it. It also has the throat drops like I mentioned, and they also have like one that looks like a giant glue stick. It's like, reminds me of Fix Vapor Rub, but my kids call it a glue stick, and it just makes it really easy to apply onto the chest when you're having difficulty breathing. All right, we're going to talk about On Guard, and this is my favorite essential oil, I think hands down, and that is because I'm really passionate. If you'll notice, it's called the Protective Blend. And I'm really passionate about prevention rather than restoration. Like if I can keep my family healthy, I can avoid all the cleanup and the heartache and the late night, so to speak, and the pain and the discomfort, among other things. And so I like using this oil on a daily basis. So some of the oils that are present in that are eucalyptus, rosemary, cinnamon, wild orange, and clove. And so here is another short video about On Guard because of the many products that doTERRA uses with this amazing oil blend.
One of doTERRA's best-selling essential oil blends, On Guard Protective Blend, provides a natural and effective alternative that can help keep your family and home healthy. This proprietary blend features wild orange, clove bud, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. On Guard protects against environmental and seasonal threats. It can be taken internally on a daily basis to maintain healthy immune function. You can also use On Guard on surfaces throughout your home as a disinfectant and non-toxic cleaning. When diffused, On Guard helps purify the air and supports healthy respiratory function, providing an energizing, uplifting effect. On Guard supports healthy immune function, protects against environmental threats, cleanses and disinfects surfaces, and purifies the skin while promoting healthy circulation. It has an energizing, uplifting aroma.
Now, I love the fact that there's so many products with the On Guard blend, and it is our most studied essential oil blend. But I love the fact that I can use it for, you know, washing my kids' hands. I can use it for, they have the throat drops, they've got the concentrated cleaner, they've got On Guard soft gels, so if you're starting to feel under the weather, they're oils with On Guard plus some of the heavy hitters, and they're great to help boost the immune system when you're starting to feel a little ill with those seasonal threats. So it's definitely a really good oil line that doTERRA has, and I think it's an essential thing for everybody's home. Now, if you'll notice, the next oil that's on the screen is DigestZen, and this is one of those oils that I love to have in our medicine cabinet. And the reason that is oftentimes when you're reaching for this oil, it's when you're over the toilet. So you're not thinking, oh man, I wish I would have ordered this. But this is the Digestive blend. It has ginger, peppermint, coriander, anise, tarragon, and fennel seed. So as you know, all of these oils have a dramatic effect on the digestive tract. And you can use this one all three ways: aromatic, topical, and internally. And it is suggested neat. Although I like to dilute it myself, especially if I'm going to use it topically around my belly button area. That just doesn't seem to see many things, and so tends to be a little bit more sensitive for me. But you can also take this internally. So most kids don't really like the scent of this. So you can use it in the soft gels. You can also put it on their bottoms of their feet, and that knows that it's a digestive oil. So the oils go right to the digestive tract. So you can see all the many uses on this one. But you can use it in your water, drop in your water, as a maintenance thing if you're traveling. Maybe you get your stomach upset because you ate something. Just think of all the stuff that happens with the digestive system, whether it's coming up or whether it's going out or not coming out. This oil can help with supporting the digestive tract. All right, frankincense. Now this is, as we're heading into the wintertime, most people are familiar with frankincense as one of the gifts of the wise man. We call this the king of all essential oils because of all the active ingredients that are found in frankincense. Alpha-pinene is one of the chemical constituents that's present in frankincense. But there are lots of uses for frankincense. You can use it all three ways: aromatic, topical, and internal. But as you can see, helps a lot with the skin, helps with relaxation and mood, and really helps support healthier cellular function. As we age, our cells don't always stay healthy. So we want something that's going to help and aid that. So it's definitely an amazing essential oil. Excuse me. It's also known as an enhancer oil. So it's a good oil to use topically afterwards. Great for pain, discomfort, that kind of thing. All right, we're going to move to pain and discomfort, or just an overall soothing blend. Deep Blue. So this has wintergreen, peppermint, blue tansy, blue chamomile flower, helichrysum, and osmanthus. And this one is only used for topical or aromatic application. And you'll notice the 5 ml bottle actually has a child-proof top on it. And that is because we don't want anyone to take this internally. This is also available in a lotion as well as a diluted 10 ml roller ball. Okay, so this is really good if you think about it for anything that makes some creaking noises, or maybe as you're going to exercise, you're going to be preventative and you're going to put it on before to help with muscle tension and recovery. So this is great for those kind of muscles and joint issues that you might come up with. So notice that there is an S in there. It does have the peppermint in there. Some people are a little bit sensitive to that. So please just make sure that you use this with dilution. If you use it topically, like I said, the deep blue rub makes it super easy because it's already diluted. But this is definitely, we've used this for my son's growing pains. He's 6 and he gets a lot of aches and pains in his legs. So we put that on, but definitely is good for anything that's requiring soothing. All right, so we've kind of hit all of the basic essential oils that I'm going to do for now because I don't want to overload you with too many essential oils. But if you want to review what we talked about in today's class, you can actually download this ebook off of doTERRA.com. And it is called the doTERRA ebook, Essential Oils for Beginners. So you can just Google that and then be able to review all the amazing things that we talked about today. So I'm going to just mention a few amazing kits, and then I'm going to show you a video of how you can get started if you haven't already gotten some essential oils. So this is called the Family Essentials Kit. It comes with a lot of the 10 oils that we talked about today. I think we talked about all of them. Yep, all of them in there. And also comes with some beadlets. This kit is normally retails for $200, but you can actually get it with a wholesale membership for $150. So definitely it gives you 25% off the rest of the year for any purchases that you do with doTERRA through your membership number. So it definitely is the no-brainer, you know, save $50 and you get the discount for future purchases. So definitely a wonderful thing. With dilution, it becomes really important, especially when you have little kids or people with sensitive skin. These are the same oils minus the lemon. So they're 9 10 ml roller balls. This is called the doTERRA Touch Kit. And I always like to mention this because these oils are sold separately, or you can do them together in a nice kit, but these are already diluted for baby on up. So definitely is a great way to go. This kit retails for $225.33. But if you want to get your membership, this is not an enrollment kit, but you can pay the $35 membership fee. It gets your introductory kit and a wonderful booklet on how to use the oils. And then you can pay $169, which is the membership price for this one. So that's significant savings. That's almost $50 in savings with your $35 membership. So this right here is another popular kit. This is called the Home Essentials Kit. Those are the same 10 oils I mentioned today, but it is by far the best value. You'll get 3 times the amount of oil. The others are the smaller bottles in the Family Essentials Kit are 5 mils. These are 15 mil. So you're getting, instead of about 70 drops, you're getting 250, you know, on average. And this does come with the diffuser, so you can start using them aromatically right out of the gate. Now the Home Essentials Kit retails for $366.75, or you can actually get it cheaper by having your membership. So your membership's included. It's $275. Sometimes, some months, you'll actually see this kit on discount. So definitely get with the wellness advocate that introduced you to essential oils and find out whether or not any of the kits might be on sale or on a promotion this month. All right, so last but not least, let's talk about how to get started with doTERRA.
doTERRA offers product through a yearly wholesale membership. For a low membership fee of $35, a wellness advocate will be able to purchase products at wholesale prices 25% below retail. A new wellness advocate can choose to enroll with just a $35 enrollment fee, or doTERRA offers several product kits as enrollment options. If you purchase an enrollment kit, not only will the membership fee be waived, but you will receive a substantial discount on doTERRA products. We have found that as new wellness advocates experience the purity and potency of doTERRA essential oils and essential oil wellness products, They naturally are inclined to share their experiences and products with others. To help you on your journey, doTERRA has included in your enrollment packet 3 brochures: Living, Sharing, and Building doTERRA Naturally. Meet with the individual who invited you today to review enrollment options and choose the best fit for you.
So I will tell you, they changed the Live, Share, and Build. Now it's a booklet that comes with kind of review what we talked about in the class, as well as stickers and also usage. So if you didn't know what Arbor Vitae is used for, you can actually look it up in that little book that comes with your oils when you get your membership. So definitely is the smartest way to go. It's the way that most people get started with doTERRA, because they want to bundle and save and get the most popular oils, the oils they most likely will be using first in a starter kit. So with that, I hope that you feel like you've learned a little bit about the basic and the beginning uses of essential oils, and you feel less intimidated. I'm really excited to help you or direct you with another wellness advocate to get you started. But I know that personally doTERRA has changed my life, and I would encourage you to take a look at essential oils and find out whether or not you want to see if you can save money, if you can help your family prevent getting sick, or use something that's safe as an alternative rather than something with a lot of side effects. And so thank you so much for joining me in my class today, and feel free to subscribe to this channel or comment below to get more information and more additional training, because that's what we do. Once you get your membership, you get plugged right into the education so you know how to use your product. So have a wonderful day, and hopefully we will see you on the next video. Take care.